Hi everybody and welcome to the Leading Edge Detailing YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about repairs machines, and in specific if you should consider investing in the LHR15 or the LHR21, which is the 5-inch or the 6-inch backing plate or pad machines. I do have the 3-inch here with me, and the reason I have it is because I think that's a very important tool. If you're a business, you can't really run your business properly without this machine and one of these two. But the question is, should you buy a 3-inch and a 5-inch, or buy a 3-inch and a 6-inch, or buy all three, like what we have done? So we'll get stuck straight into it. What does the 15 and 21 stand for? That is actually the throw. So the machines aren't as basic as this has a 6-inch backing plate and this has a 5-inch backing plate and this uses 6-inch pads and this uses 5-inch pads. The machines are completely different in the way they work. So this has a 21 millimeter throw. So the pad doesn't just spin in a circular motion, it's a random orbital. It also oscillates, and that oscillation is called the throw. And this has a throw of 21 millimeters. Where this has a throw of 15 millimeters. Some people have said in the past, look, just buy a backing plate and switch them around and then you can use different pads with your machines. I have personally tried this. It doesn't work. The reason why it doesn't work is because each one of these machines has a counterweight to reduce the vibrations, because it's not spinning in a circular motion, it's oscillating. And that counterweight is specifically calibrated and set to offset the weight of the this size backing plate, and this weight to be exact, with this machine, and this one is set to offset the weight of the 5-inch backing plate for this exact machine. If you switch them over, you're going to throw out that balance. It's like not balancing your tires and wheels on your car and your steering wheel starts shaking all over the place. You're just going to create more vibration, and the vibration will lead to more wear and tear on the machine, and also probably wear and tear on your pad. So definitely don't switch them around. It's either this or that. So let's just get stuck straight into the pros and cons for each machine. We've used these for years, and I'll be very honest with you, in my opinion, they're not interchangeable. I want both in my shop because each one has a very good purpose, and we'll go through it now. So the LHR21 is what I started my business off with. It was actually the first machine that I purchased, even before the 3-inch, and then I realized very quickly that I still need a 3-inch. This machine is fantastic for cutting. So if you have a large panel and it's flat, this machine will cut better than the 5-inch. The reason it cuts better than the 5-inch is, one, the size of the pad itself, which is 1 inch might not sound like much, but as a percentage of surface area, I think it's like 20% bigger or even more. So the LHR21, the 6-inch machine, cuts better and faster. It removes defects quicker. It is noticeably faster than the 5-inch machine. The next thing is, being a bigger pad and a bigger throw, it is also harder to use. And once you start getting to curvatures and concave and convex doors and all kinds of bubbly shapes with modern cars, you do need to be more skilled when you use the 21, because you're going to get pad stall quickly, and you're probably going to find that as you angle the machine in a specific way to keep it spinning, you might end up wearing out your pads faster. So this is the pros and cons of this machine. In comparison, the 5-inch machine, the LHR15, it's a smoother machine because it has a shorter throw. It is much more comfortable to use. Because the pad is smaller and the throw is smaller, you can get it into tighter angles. You can do a bigger variety of panels. So if you're doing fenders on a car, this might be a little bit too big, but this will be perfect. You can also, with a bit of skill and practice, even use this on things like A pillars and B pillars and C pillars. But again, this will be the champion for those areas. In terms of wear and tear, from my personal experience, I find that the 15 tends to be the more reliable machine. Not that any of them have broken down. It's mainly just usage of consumables. Some of these machines are 5 years old. So I think it goes back to lower weight moving parts. So you have a smaller counterweight because the backing plate is smaller. The machine has less throw. The vibrations are less, and probably leads to this machine just having a little bit slower rate of wear and tear compared to these. But they're both very, very reliable machines. And as I mentioned, I just had all three of them come back from repairs after getting serviced. So they're all very much serviceable. If I was going to start a business off, or if I was going to give a bit of advice to beginners, if you can afford two machines, I would probably say get the 3-inch and the 6-inch. You will need more skill to use the 6-inch compared to the 5-inch, but you will find that when you're polishing roofs and bonnets, or in America hoods and doors, especially if they're flat, this will speed things up for you. Nothing wrong with getting a 5-inch and a 6-inch. There will be a little bit of overlap with these machines. If you're going to buy just one machine and you said, you know what, I want to polish my own car at home and I want to buy just one machine, get the 5-inch. It will not cut as good as the 6-inch, but it will be easier for you to use. You will destroy less pads, and you might be able to do some areas that this machine can't do. You might still need some areas where you need the 3-inch, and probably putting this machine on there might not be ideal. You might have to mask a lot of trims up and things like that and be very careful. But that's my personal opinion. In my shop, I do have all three, and I have multiple of them, and I will be buying another 15, purely because some cars you really need a 15 on. The 6-inch is just a little bit too hard to use. So we'll have a closer look at these machines. They do operate differently. For you to get the same level of cut from a 5-inch as a 6-inch, you need to ramp up the speed higher. This machine does spin at a higher RPM to begin with. So if you have a look at this one, at speed 6, this will spin roughly about 4,700 RPM, and we'll zoom in, where this machine at speed 6 will go to 5,300 RPM. And they're both the Mark II. So this machine is designed to spin faster and be more usable. I guess this machine is designed to spin slower, and probably because, again, of the moving parts and the counterweights, and cut faster. So if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot them through. If you have any comments, post them up on the YouTube channel, or get in touch, ayman@leadingdetailing.com.au. And if you have any requests, please let us know. When opportunity presents itself, I will very likely do a comparison video with these two, just to show you the difference in cutting rate. Thank you very much for tuning in, and please subscribe.